Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
We're cooking up a storm. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I always wanted to say that. Actually, no, I'm Jeff Oechslein, joined by Quillen of the Ohio Valley Health Center. And why we wearing masks? It's a masquerade ball that we're doing here?
Yeah, the Ohio Valley Health Center is celebrating its 19th annual gala, and this year's theme is a masquerade. Unveiling the mask for hope, health, and healing is our theme for this year.
I love these masks.
So appropriate, right?
So when you go, is everyone going to be wearing these masks?
Yes, it's a semi-formal affair, and so we're encouraging people to wear a mask, and there's prizes for the best mask and the best dressed couple.
Nice.
I know, it's going to be a great night.
And you're going to have an Aperol Spritz happy hour, right?
Yes, in the past we've had a champagne hour, and this year we are having an Aperol Spritz, and I've never had one before.
Now this is amazing, because last year you never had the mint julep.
I did not.
This year we're going to have the Aperol Spritz, show you how to do that, and we're also going to make a recipe from one of your volunteers, right?
Correct. Dr. Sister Mary Myers is a nurse practitioner who volunteers at the health center. She's been with us for about 5 years, and she comes from Duquesne. We have a number of nurse practitioners from Duquesne who really make a big impact on the care we provide. But when we have volunteers, we actually cook, and we feed our volunteers, and we all take turns cooking. And so this is Sister Mary Myers' Italian meatball recipe.
But she's Irish, but this is her meatball. It's very confusing.
She's very Irish, but this is her Italian meatball recipe. And so this is her signature recipe. And she is being recognized as our medical honoree this year.
Fantastic. So it's a nice tie-in here with the food.
Correct.
And so we're going to start with the Aperol Spritzes. So here's an easy way for anyone at home. Aperol Spritzes are very popular. If you ever go to Italy, you see people on the corners in the sunshine, just these cafes sipping on these all the time. And you're like, what's that orange drink that they're drinking? So it's an Aperol Spritz, but here's an easy way to remember it. 3, 2, 1. 3 parts of Prosecco, 2 parts of Aperol, and you can just get this at your liquor store, and the other part is sparkling water. And it's best to start with a Prosecco. So, and if you want, because it's 3, 2, 1, I'm trying to see where the ounce line is through my mask here. So one here. You could make like pictures of this, Ann.
Well,
if you have the big crowd, you can make a picture of it, because what you're doing, you could use 3 cups of this instead of 3. Where are you doing 3 ounces? So I'm going to make sure I'm remembering where we're at here on our Prosecco. I think this is the last one in here.
So our gala chairpersons this year is Mr. James Lash from Cedar One Realty and Dina Riley from Trinity West. And Dina and James wanted to have an Italian-themed event, and so this is one of the signature cocktails that we're having at the event. And Dina and James have been huge supporters of the health center for years, and I was so excited when they said that they wanted to be gala chairpersons and have an Italian ambiance-themed evening. And so part of it is their idea was to have this Aperol Spritz. And at the event, there'll actually be Italian wine tasting, and so along with lots of other fun stuff. But this is what we're going to share for an hour at the beginning of the gala.
So where can everyone get tickets for the gala?
So there's 3 ways to support the gala. 1, you can purchase tickets and come to the event. 2, you could do a sponsorship, which is probably the most important way, is that you make a donation or a sponsorship, and all the funds that are raised at the event go to support our operational budget. Or you can donate to the mystery boxes or the live auction like you do. You donate to the live auction.
Donate my services.
Yes, Cooking Up a Storm. So it was a very successful auction item last year. And you can find out all the information about the health center and the gala, get tickets, do sponsorship on our website.
Nice. And that's Ohio Valley...
ovhealthcenter.org.
Okay.
And you can follow us on Facebook. There's always lots of information on our social media page as well.
Cheers.
Cheers.
How they say it in Italian? I'm not
know.
Italian.
We should have figured that out.
We should have looked that up ahead of time. So let's see what you think.
Very good.
It's very refreshing. Sunny day, warm outside. You're by the pool.
Very dangerous because you
It's-
could drink it really fast because it's delicious. Delicious.
Oh, I love an Aperol Spritz. Sometimes I feel it's a little too girly for me, but you know,
It's all right.
when you're wearing a mask.
I was going to say.
By the way, I feel like Tom Cruise in Eyes Wide Shut. Just want to throw that out there. Okay, so we know how to make our Aperol Spritzes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Remember, Prosecco, Aperol, and sparkling water. Simple.
Great.
And just some ice and
Great.
orange. Now we got our meatballs. Meatballs. Are we taking the masks off?
Yeah, that might be nice.
I was thinking of leaving it on, but
You like yours
we
on?
could take it off. I don't want to get glitter in the food. Got to take the mask. Oh, I got all these
All
props
right.
here. I got to get my gloves on too now. So blue gloves.
Your blue gloves.
Okay, so now you're making a meatball sub. This is the way to do it. Now we have one thing. We have an onion that's chopped up, and that's in olive oil over there sautéing. I'm going to turn off the heat because I don't want it to burn, but just so it gets translucent. Then we got, what do we have? A pound of pork and a pound of ground meat.
Correct. And you're going to mix those just a little bit. Get them combined a little bit.
Mixing in. This is very therapeutic, by the
It
way.
is very good.
I mean,
And as you're sauteing your onions, you can go ahead and pour your milk on top of your breadcrumbs.
I may have you do that. You want to switcheroo with me?
Yep. Pour your milk on top of your breadcrumbs so it has a chance to absorb all that liquid.
There you go. That's about a half a cup of milk.
Correct.
And only a third of a cup of breadcrumbs, which I was surprised by.
Yeah.
So now what are we? We're going to just start adding things in?
So now you can start adding all the ingredients.
Okay.
And
Any
we'll
particular order?
There isn't any particular order. You can just go along. The only thing that's missing, I think, is, oh, you got your salt and pepper together.
Yeah, I got them
Got
together.
Got it.
In my little bowl. Well, what's this called? Scott, shout it out for me.
Mise en place.
There we go. Mise en place. That's the fancy way of saying that we have everything ready.
Everything. Well,
we
and it
learned
is
that
too.
at Northern. I still can't remember. West Virginia Northern Community College. I still can't remember how to say it. Mise en place. Mise en place.
And it has a lot of little bits and a lot of ingredients, but actually, it's not hard once you have everything prepped to combine it all. And it really is worth it.
Well, I'm going to start tossing. So
Okay.
I don't know if you want to get me the onions over there too. Those are 2 eggs. This is some chopped fresh parsley, which I may have chopped up not enough. If you want, this is a little heat. These are
Correct.
red. There's only a quarter teaspoon though. I think.
And if you don't want it to be spicy, don't put them in. But by the time you make the meatballs and you've added the tomato sauce, it kind of cooks off and is not.
Red crushed peppers, by the way.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's going to be a little bit of heat. You get one of those in there, you may get some. This is some garlic we have chopped up. Get in there. This is some parmesan. We got Italian herbs, dried Italian herbs going in, and then salt and pepper. And then you're going to give me those onions.
Onions.
We can't forget about the breadcrumbs either.
Yeah, we'll give those a little stir.
Yeah, maybe give it a little spoon. Do that. Now, you guys, you always tell me, and by the way, Anna's our first repeat cooking up a storm. You're the first one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm honored.
I think you're
That's
one of
good.
the first guests that we had on too.
Well,
Could be wrong.
I'll
Scott
tell you
probably
what,
knows better than I
it was
do.
really good for the health center to be a part of cooking up the storm, and it was definitely a great auction item at the event as well. So we're grateful for that.
But you were, these recipes are great too, because these are the recipes that all the volunteers that are there that you love to feed them. That's like one way of giving back for their services. Is
Correct.
You feed them dinners and meals.
And we're always grateful for nurse practitioners and doctors to come down and spend. You don't have to spend hours or days down there. Just even coming a couple of hours once a month can make a big impact on the care that we provide. Which, our mission is to provide high quality health care to the medically uninsured and underinsured in the Ohio Valley, regardless of somebody's ability to pay. So all of our services, all of our exams, all of our medications, all of our lab services are done for free for our patients. And just recently,
You have some new equipment.
we do. We have some new equipment. So we've updated.
Here's your Aperol Spritz,
There's
by the
my
way.
spritz.
I don't want
Okay,
to.
we want to make sure we get that. But we now offer a lot more lab services, and just recently received grant funding from the Puglisi Foundation and Ohio River Valley Fund to buy an echocardiogram. And I think it would be great fun for you to come down and We'll give you an EKG and an
We thought about it too
echocardiogram.
late. We could have actually cooked right there because you
We
have a
could.
kitchen.
We have a beautiful kitchen, and regularly we cook in there for our volunteers, but we also offer cooking classes for our diabetic and hypertension patients, so they can come and learn how to cook with fresh vegetables. And so it's really a very well-rounded program that we run down at the health center.
And you're in Steubenville, of course, if those
We're
people
located-
don't know. And you're right off of what, 4th Street?
Yeah, we're at 423 South Street.
South Street. So that's
Yeah.
right off of 4th in Steubenville. So.
Yeah, and we've been there since 2017. So this is our 19th annual anniversary.
Next year's Big 20.
The Big 20. And, we think about how many patients we've cared for. And right now, it's about 28,000 different patients have been through our doors. So by the time we get to our 20th anniversary, we'll probably be real close, if not more than 30,000 people. Currently, we have about 800, 900 active patients. And last year, one of the biggest things, and we're really proud of this, is we filled over 4,000 prescriptions in our medication room, valued at over $500,000. So overall,
Fantastic,
the
yeah.
value of the care that we provide at the health center is well over $1 million.
And these are people that can't afford the care.
Exactly. So if they're medically uninsured, but we take care of the poorest of poor, but we have a lot of working poor, a lot of people that just have regular jobs. Maybe they're not offered insurance through their place of employment, or they can't afford to buy into a plan. So we also care for people that are on Medicare that have fallen into the donut hole where their medications are concerned. And so we'll cover their medications until their Medicare starts covering their medications again.
And this, I always want to say Gala, I forget which one it is, but the Gala, right? That's what you
Correct.
said?
Gala,
Okay.
yeah.
Whatever. Gala,
It's all over the place.
tomato, yeah. Is a very big, important fundraiser for you.
It is. The Gala actually brings in about a third of our operational budget, and it keeps the doors open. We do not bill anybody, so all the services that we offer are free. And so it's very important and vital for this fundraiser to be successful so that we can continue to provide this high quality care to the people in the valley who really, really need us.
Now, I got my meatballs here. I think they're
Looks
done.
beautiful.
They look mixed up.
Looks beautiful.
We have a greased
Baking
baking sheet with aluminum foil so they don't stick. Now, I was just thinking about this. Do we just make this with our hands?
Yes.
You're going to have to show me
And
how big of a meatball do we want?
They're
here?
about
Too big?
no, that's perfect. About 1.5 inch. You should get about 35
You know what you
meatballs
could
out of
probably
this.
use is like an ice cream scooper.
Yeah, or a cookie scoop.
Yeah.
You could do a cookie scoop. But you
By
should
the
get
time
about...
I find that in that drawer, though,
it'd be crazy.
the gala will be over.
So it should make about 35 meatballs for you. And they're just the right size to put a few of those on a dinner roll and smother them in mozzarella cheese.
So we're not going to do all these. We're just going to show you, what they look like. And then what do you do with them? You put them in the oven, and what temperature?
So you bake them at 425 for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then you pull them out of the oven. And then I move mine into a nice baking dish or a roaster and cover them with tomato sauce, and then allow them to cook for maybe another hour or so they absorb that tomato sauce and finish cooking.
Okay, so it is it's a process. I mean, you could cheat and go with frozen ones, but they're not going to be.
But then that wouldn't be Sister Mary Meyer's
No.
recipe. So, but we're grateful for our volunteers.
Now-
Dr. Nandra is our medical director, and he's been with us since our doors opened. So that's a long time for a doctor to be a part of a program like this.
Now, Sister Mary will be proud of me.
She would be very
Because
proud.
I'm a good Catholic boy, and as the day we're recording this is a Friday during
Correct.
Lent. So I told Ann, I said, we can make meatballs, but don't be
Don't
hurt
eat
that
'em.
I'm not going to be able to eat them. So, but you were saying there's some loopholes.
There are some loopholes, I understand.
I always find this
From
funny. The
one of my
loopholes.
good Catholic friends said that if I would give you a meatball sandwich as a gift,
Yes.
then
Then
I
I
guess
could-
the rules change.
yeah.
But I'm not Catholic, so I'm not encouraging you to participate in that.
That's a new loophole to me. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go to the Pope. We'll
have to
we'll have
talk
to
to
ask
him.
Sister Mary about that.
Yes, we'll
see.
find out what she has to say.
Yeah. But okay, so that's probably a good idea right there. And then we would, we put it in the oven. What you said, 4
425 for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then move them into a nice kettle and cover them with tomato sauce and allow them to simmer for a while.
Okay.
And there you go.
And through the magic of all this, we're going to show you how the finished product looks like right after this.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
Okay, we're back in, and the meatballs, so they came out of the oven. We put them in the sauce. How long they simmer in the sauce for?
Usually about an hour.
An hour in the sauce, just to
let them finish cooking and absorb some of that flavor.
Oh, they look delicious. We're making Sister Mary proud.
Yes, we are. The whole clinic's proud of the care that is done by the health center, and we do so much more than just providing medical care and laboratory services, but we also screen our patients for the social determinants of health. And these last 2 years, two of the things that have been major issues is food, access to food, and access to transportation.
Because in a lot of the cities, like Steubenville, there may be one small grocery store now that popped up, I believe, but for the most part, there's not a grocery store in town.
There is not access to good, healthy food. So we work really hard to connect people to those services. So in our Free to Be Healthy diabetic and hypertension program, we secure food boxes for our patients from Urban Mission that's full of healthy vegetables and fruits, so every patient has an opportunity to have something healthy to eat. And we also work very hard to assist patients getting transportation to and from other doctor's appointments. And one of the biggest things that we now offer is we help patients apply for Medicaid. Last year we assisted 91 patients getting access to medical insurance, which then allows them to have physical therapy, to have wound care, that when you are medically uninsured, you don't have access to those things. So we work really hard to not just provide medical care, but wraparound services as well.
And just help people. Like I was telling you, I had to get some back therapy done, and it's just the process of trying to find someone for physical therapy and then going through all the insurance and all that, just to help people with that's amazing.
Well, the masquerade theme is perfect, and unveiling the mask for hope, health, and healing. Most of us have had a mystery in regards to healthcare, whether it's trying to find a provider, whether it's your services aren't covered under insurance. So that happens often for our patients. And so this gala actually really helps us get rid of that mystery, solve that mystery for our patients in regards to good health and being happy and having hope that they can have a healthy future.
I tell you, I'm going to put some mozzarella cheese on here to finish it off. And if we wanted to, you even mentioned we could throw this in the oven and put it on the broiler maybe.
Correct, and you could add some pepperoncinis to this.
Pepperoncinis, banana peppers, whatever.
Absolutely.
Or you could just eat it like that because you're hungry. But there you go, that's the finished product. But you guys are a real gem there in Steubenville and helping the area. That a lot of people, your buildings there, the signs there, a lot of people may drive by it every day, may not realize what goes on there and what you guys provide for the community, but you really provide a lot. And that's why it's important if you have a chance to come on out to the gala.
Yes.
And the date again?
April 27th.
Okay.
Sunday, April 27th. The doors open at 5 p.m.
And she's convinced me after a couple of Aperol Spritzes that I'll be showing up with my wife. So look for that. I'll be there as well.
Grateful.
We're
grateful.
I may be emceeing. I don't know. We'll see.
I think that would be lovely.
Okay. And we can auction. We're going to be auctioning my
yes.
services off.
Yes, we get to auction off. Cooking Up a Storm with Jeff was one of the most successful auction items that we've ever had. And so we have cookware that goes along with Cooking with Jeff, and then also his famous salt and pepper shakers.
No one will know who I am.
I know. You can come as Batman.
I wonder if people are going to go home with other people. It's like you're not going to know who's who here.
Well, now we're talking about a different kind of party.
Well, after a couple Aperol Spritzes, you never know.
That's right.
Well, thank you, Ann, very much for coming
you.
here and for telling us all about the gala that's coming up here in April. Get your tickets today, and there's other ways that you can help out as well. And thanks for all that you guys do.
Thank you.
Thanks Sister Mary for what she does, and thanks Sister Mary for this meatball recipe.
That's right.
Because it looks delicious. Manja manja, everyone. Until next time, we're cooking up a storm.
Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.